Hello all, Jeff here with a new video back on Gran Turismo Sport. Finally, we got a video. This race was about 3 weeks ago, but it was FIA Nations Cup, Laguna Seca with the Porsche 911 Carrera RS Club Sport from 1995. A car I remember very fondly from a short-lived championship in Australia called the GT Production Championship, where so many of these cars fronted that championship in the top class. Anyway, let's get to racing. So I did 2 races on this particular night. The first one starting in 6th position, so we'll just have to wait and see how we go with this. 5 lights as per F1. Don't jump the start. There we go. There's the start. Happy days. It's an alright start. You know, it's very hard to get a half decent start with these on GT Sport. Basically just slam the throttle, have TCS on 1, then switch it to none when you get going. Anyway, into the Andretti hairpin we go. Trying not to cause any carnage, trying not to get involved in any carnage. And there we go, gained a position at the Andretti hairpin, so nicely done there. What do I think of this car? Well, it is very oversteery, mainly because, you know, it's a rear-engine car. But you would this is naturally aspirated, mind you. You would think if this was just imagine if the GT2 was in GT Sport, it'd be even worse to drive. But this car, very oversteery. It's a handful to say the least. And on sport tyres in this race, of course it's going to be a handful. You know, it means a lot of wrestling with the wheel just to keep it straight. But in the same sense, only 1 tyre compounded this race, which was the Sport Hards. Fuel wear, well, there was hardly any fuel wear, to be honest, so you didn't have to worry about saving fuel with this race, luckily. As these guys are just going all over the joint, the corkscrew, so we just have to, you know, keep our wits about me. But there we go, there's a spot gained at the corkscrew. Oh, mate's getting on the sand. He's lost it big time. Will we grab the spot? Yes, we will. That was car number 1, by the way, so he's had an absolute shocker of a first lap. So we've gained 3 positions on the first lap. Oh, just smacking on the sausage curve, getting a bit slidey. So Rosmo, he's in prime position to make a move. I actually braked a little too late there, but that's going to give Rosmo the opportunity to grab 3rd position. So, you know, we're at 4th. We did lose a spot there, but we gained 2 positions at the start. And then you look at 1st and 2nd, well, they bolted. So, you know, the only way we're going to catch them is if they have a huge incident where they punt each other off. Meanwhile, Rosmo gets a bit wide through the Andretti hairpin. So we're going to think about making the move, but he shuts the door. So, luckily for him, we'll just have to fight to try and get the position later on. But we skipped to lap 6 and it was pretty much, you know, everything stayed the same. 1st and 2nd were still battling. Although 1st place did run away a little bit, so 2nd place is all on his own now. Probably the best battle, I don't know, probably between Rosmo and myself. But as we go into the penultimate corner, the 2nd place guy is getting a couple wheels on the sand, and there you go. That's his race done, unless there's bottle jobs in front. So we're up to 3rd, so not too bad. So it's just a case of just keeping the thing on the track, and that'll be a good result. But you're just looking back and seeing what's happening behind me. But anyway, lap 8, right up behind Rosmo now. We're, you know, good prime position to grab 2nd place if we can keep the thing on the track. So I just have to keep my wits about me. Don't make any stupid mistakes, because that's very, very easy to do. But you know what? We just have to bide our time, because you look, we still got a bit over 6 laps to go. As we go into the corkscrew, he's taking the corkscrew a bit poorly, Rosbo. So, you know, getting right up behind me there, right behind him. Oh, the move was almost on, but not quite. So just stay behind him and just wait for an opportunity to pounce later on. So yeah, as you can see at the hairpin, do I think about making a move? Yes, I do. Hard on the brakes. But it's not enough, because we're going to be 2 abreast into the hairpin. Rosmo's going to get a better run. Simon Knight is beside me. There's a bit of contact between us, so we might lose 3rd position here if we're not careful. But now it's a 3-way battle for 2nd, so I can't just, you know, I've got to look behind as well to see what Simon Knight is doing. Anyway, Rosmo makes another mistake at the Andretti hairpin. 2nd place is almost on. Simon Knight is almost almost pulled a move on the inside there, pulled out, I shut the door just, and I get a bit slidey. We're all getting slidey here. Old mate in first place will be loving this because, you know, he's just running away with the race. So, you know, it's going to be a nice little battle here to say the least. But as we go to the end of lap 12, we're still in start of lap 13. We're in third place, but you know, we lost a lot of momentum. Rosmo's started to pull away now, so now just got to worry about keeping third. Well, that hasn't happened because Simonizer's making the move on me. He's in third now, so it's a three-way battle for third now. We've got a guy in fifth place as well that could be a chance for a podium as well. We get a bit slidey, both myself and Simonizer. Oh, I've got a better run into here, and we're going to grab third place, but not quite. We're two abreast. A bit of push and shove. Simonizer's still got the inside for the next corner, so we have to keep that in mind. We might have to brake a little. Oh, but Simonizer's actually braked a bit early. He must have seen that I was the faster guy, and all of a sudden Simonizer's holding the fifth place guy up. So, you know, didn't expect that. I thought he would have ran away with the third place once he got by me. But anyway, that's little mistakes for you. Oh, you know, little fishtails like that and a fishtail like that could absolutely ruin your race. So, you know, it ain't over till it's over, as they say. So the whole idea was just to keep it on the track. As you can see, Rosmo was closing in a little on the leader, but not too much, to be honest. Maybe the leader was just trying to make sure he kept it on the track. Don't blame him. Very hard car to control, this one. Simonized right behind me at the corkscrew. So this podium spot is no gimme yet, that's for sure. So you just have to keep it on the track, make sure we don't go too slow. That's another thing. So, you know, because if I make the slightest mistake here or out of the hairpin, Simonizer is just going to pounce and grab third position. But we're going to the hairpin, last lap, last corner, but we kept the thing straight. We're going to grab a podium position. Rosmo in front of me, he was absolutely chuffed that he gained second place, that he did an old celebration you normally do for a Forza victory. Anyway, what can you do? But we gained 3 positions out of that. Started 6th, finished 3rd. Not too bad at all. And somehow, that was a clean race. Oh, we'll take it. And car number 10, meaning my driver rating is going to go up a little bit as well. Anyway, I did another race. This was the last race of the night. So, this is my last qualifying lap. So, at the moment, we're P3. Got a bunch of cars in front, so you just have to be mindful of them in case they make some silly mistakes that, you know, results in holding me up. This guy just lets me through. Good on you, mate. Good work. This guy in the bright blue Porsche, well, he's got a penalty, so he's going to have to serve it at some point. Well, after the next corner, he'll have to serve that. So, you know, get a cheeky little slipstream if you can. But he just decides to just stay on the outside to let me by. Fair enough. But anyway, maybe he didn't want me to get a good position. But whatever. So, oh, I don't know what that was. Oh my god, he almost went for the savage punt after serving the penalty. I don't know what for. I didn't do anything to him. But anyway, we're still in a straight line. So we've got this guy in front, so maybe we can get a little slipstream at the back straight. Well, time will tell. You know, nice out of the corkscrew, abusing the curves, which you can do on GT Sport. But this guy in front is just all over the joint, so we're going to have to be very careful of him as we just get a little fishtaily there. You know, that happens a fair bit. But, you know, one corner to go. We'll just have to wait and see what we come up with here. So we go out of the hairpin, but old mate just going to get a wheel on the sand. He's all over the joint. So you know what? We'll follow him. Get a cheeky little slipstream towards the line. Here we go. 40.3, and that has put me on pole position somehow. What? 6 1,000s in it? Probably the slipstream helped with that. So, standing start. And one thing I felt, the inside was probably the better line to start with, because you know, when I started P6 last time, I was on the other side of the track, got a better run, and the guy in second place, he's got a better run than me. So maybe we need Ayrton Senna to complain to WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca to give the pole sitter, you know, the racing line to start on, because obviously Bob Carr has got the racing line. Yep, started behind me, but still got a better run off. So yeah, you know, sometimes we need Ayrton Senna for situations like this, but luckily we didn't really need Senna at this point, because we were just going to go straight past him at this corner, bang, back in the first place, nicely done. So it was just a matter of keeping the thing on the track. Bob Carr actually gave me a little bit of a boost out of that corner, so you know, fair enough, gamesmanship. Just letting me know he's there in case I make any mistakes. You know, if you slightly park on the apex, that's only going to help you. But you know, going up into the corkscrew, most iconic part of the track, you know, we had this track for 2 months now, and it's still so awesome to have the track in the game. It was in so many of the old GT games, and to finally have it, well, it's a blessing in disguise, really. But anyway, so we're gonna finish off lap 1. We touched the sausage curve slightly, but it didn't really hurt us at all. So luckily, we've got a bit of a gap on the guys behind, so you know, not too bad a start for the first lap. Still in front. Well, we were in second for a little bit, but we're in front. That's the main thing. Lap 4, Bob Carr right up behind me here, so there's no guarantees at all whatsoever. Got a little wide there, but you know what? Just get on the inside as much as you can, just to make sure you get that inside line, especially for the corkscrew. We don't want any Alex Zanardi moves here. So it's just a case of using all the curves as you can, get a bit slidey, but Bob Carr's actually worse out. So you know what, we lucked out a bit there. So happy days. You may be wondering why I haven't been posting videos for the last 2 or 3 weeks. Well, that's mainly because of Le Mans Esports qualifying. So expect more videos. Expect more videos now. So sorry about that, but you will be expecting a lot more videos for the next few weeks. So happy days for all my viewers, all my subscribers. Thank you for tuning in. But anyway, starting lap 5, Bob Carr right on my hammer here, so we're still gonna have to, you know, defend slightly. Bob Carr is gonna think about making the move, shutting the door. So you know, very similar to what happened with me and Simon Eyes in the previous race there. But we're still in front, so it's going to be a very long, hard battle, this one, that's for sure. So you know, it's good to have a good bit of a challenge every now and then. It's not just Group 4, Group 3. I mean, Group 4 and Group 3 are awesome. It's always great to race with some different cars every now and then. But here we go. So it's lap 5. We're still in front, but we got a few wheels on the grass. Bob, oh. I did not, that was not deliberate. I just lost all sorts of control. It was either correct it or get in the fence. So, you know, yeah, it definitely looked like blocking, but I'd rather do that than be in the fence, you know what I mean? So if I was in the fence, that'd be my race done. That was a very poor run into the corkscrew, but that's actually, I actually parked it on the apex there. Not by accident. It was by accident. And there's another fishtail, so I am all over the joint here. So, you know, it's going to be a nice, long, hard battle for this one. So, you know, first place is definitely not guaranteed, because the two behind, they're just going to give me a tap every now and then. Bob Carr and Concrete Valiant, you know, they're letting me know they're there. You know, fair play to them, because, you know, they're just as hungry for this as I am. So, you know, it's a nice healthy battle, this one, that's for sure. And I can tell you right now, this is not top split, because if it was top split, it'd probably be right at the back of the grid. But anyway, it is going to be on for young and old, this race, that's for sure, because any little mistake is going to kill your race. Whether that's myself, Concrete Valiant, Bob Carr, Road Rash, they're all in this. They'll smash into the sausage curb. They gave Concrete Valiant a slight chance, but he actually backed off a little. So, you know, whatever. But he's going to give me a bit of a tap. Yeah, he gave me a slight tap. So, you know, he's letting me know he's there now. As you can see, I'm forming a nice big train behind me, so it's going to be on, that's for sure. Concrete Valiant, he actually got a fairly good run out there, leading onto the rail straight, but we go into the corkscrew, and I felt I was very strong through the corkscrew. If I could park it on the apex, well, that's basically saving my race. But lap 7, Concrete Valiant, still right behind, so, you know, you just never know what's going to happen with these races, and we get a bit of a fishtail going on there. So, constantly looking back to see what they're doing, but we brake hard into here. Concrete Valiant, he's going to give me a slight tap. Yes, he does. He's been giving me a few taps there. You know, fair enough. That's only going to help me because it's giving me a little bit of a boost. But anyway, as now we go towards the rail straight. Now I felt the guys behind were a bit stronger than me through the rail straight, mainly because of the slipstream. But I felt I was very strong through the corkscrew. If I could get my braking point right, even if I don't get it right, I just do the old fishtail, happy days, just pull away slightly. And I felt the corkscrew was actually helping me a lot, because I didn't really see many passing opportunities in these few races I did at the corkscrew. No one was going for the old Zanardi dive bomb, which I was surprised about, but then again, if you did do that, you'd be copping a penalty for cutting the track limits. But Concrete Valiant's getting a bit of a slide on, so that's only going to help me. So we'll skip to lap 8, still in front, got a bit slidey there, a little bit wide. That's going to get everyone behind an opportunity to pounce. So, you know, got a bit of sand, getting a slide on. Concrete Valiant, he's trying to avoid contact with me. But we go into this corner here. There's a fair bit going on. Concrete Valiant's giving me a bit of a tap, and he's gonna take the lead, and fair play to him. He'd been wanting to do that for a long time. And also Bobcar and Road Rash are gonna get by me as well, so I've lost 3 positions in one corner. Well, that's not good, is it? But in saying that, they could do the old blocking play that I've been doing. And as you can see, now they're battling for the lead, which could mean if these guys punt each other off, I'll be back in the lead. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens. So, we go into here. Road Rash, Concrete Valiant, they're both going to go into sand, and we're going to grab 2nd place just like that. So now, we got 4 and a bit laps to try and pounce on Bobcar. And it was just a case of being patient and waiting for the opportunity as we nearly cut the corkscrew. But we go to lap 12. As you can see, I'm right on Bobcar's hammer here. So just a case of 3 laps, wait for the opportunity. If the opportunity doesn't come, just go for the dive bomb at the last corner. Simple. But we're going to give it our all here. Converting a pole position in an FIA race, well, I've never done it. Well, actually, I won an FIA race before getting a pole position in an FIA race. And preferably, that's what I'd rather do. But it'd be nice to get a win from a pole position in FIA. It is nice to see my stats, seeing that I win more races than get poles. You know, I'm happy with that stat. But Bobcar and myself, it's going to be a nice battle here. So we'll just have to wait and see. It could be this race could potentially be the prequel to tonight's GT World Tour final between Miyazono and Latovsky. He's Latovsky and I'm Miyazono. Or is it? We'll just have to wait and see as we plunge down into the corkscrew. And we both got a very nice run down there, so, you know, I'm just going to have to bide my time for the next 2 and a bit laps. However, I get a bit of a slide on, and yep, fishtail getting onto the sand as we go into the penultimate corner. I'm all over the joint, into the sand again, copping a penalty for cutting the track limits. Oh no! And there we go. That's my race done. Miyazono, Latovsky, the prequel. Well, do you know what? It's not going to happen. Sorry, guys. Well, it's not every day that you have a good race. It's not every day you have a bad race. Sometimes it's races like that that are character building, let's just say the least. All you can do is bounce back and go one better the next race. But, you know, we're human. Mistakes happen. The best thing you can do is learn from it. So if you like the video, smash the thumbs up button.
Leave a comment, let me know what you think, and if you want to see more, subscribe and tap the notification icon. Anyway, this is Jeff here, and happy racing. Cheers.